Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings. We generally like to talk a load of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a dexterity set collection game. We're going to be talking about Going Gone. And in this game, you will be throwing cubes into a few cups in order to collect cards that you'll be putting in sets, and they will give you points that will allow you to win the game. So in this video, we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Going Gone is worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. Hit the like button, comment and all that bullshit. And we'll see you after this. Bollocks! So, Going Gone. How'd you play this game? This is a dexterity slash auction. It's not really an auction game, is it? But it's like a bidding game, also a set collection game as well. What you're going to do, you're going to put these 5 cups in the center of the table, and everyone is going to be given a load of cubes. The game calls them bucks, but really they're just those little Euro cubes that you'll have flicking at people trying to take their eyes out. So you're going to get 25 bucks to start, and you'll put the rest of your cubes to the side. This is going to be your pool of cubes that you'll be able to take from later on, right? There's a deck of cards in this game, and each of the cards has a commodity on it, and it also has a country, and you'll be trying to collect sets of either the same type of commodity or the same type of country flag. You'll place these cards out onto the board, place them out in the following order. You have 1 card, 2 cards, 1 card, 2 cards, 1 card, and then you'll give somebody the auction paddle, and they will then count down from 10 to 1 in a steady pace, right? So you can't say like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you know, that sort of thing, right? Because it's cheating. So whilst the auctioneer is counting down, they're in the game as well, by the way, but they're going to be holding this paddle, yeah? But while the auctioneer is going to be counting down, you'll be taking your bucks and you'll be throwing them into the cup that is associated with the commodity or flag cards that you want. Once the paddle has slammed down onto the cups, the round is over. There's no more throwing cubes into the cups, you cheating little shits. And then what you do, you'll check to see who has thrown what in each cup, right? Whoever's got the most cubes in the cup will then claim the cards. If there's a tie and the auctioneer is in the tie, they will then get the card. If the auctioneer is not involved in that tie, then it's the player that's sat closest to the auctioneer in a clockwise direction, right? They'll get it, yeah? Then you'll take the cards that you've won into your hand, and then you'll be able to sell different sets to the bank for bucks. There's a table on the auction paddle, not a proper table, yeah, but like a sort of a chart table, yeah, you stupid knob. You can flog sets of countries or sets of commodities, but you can never mix them together, right? You've got to do one or the other. So if you want to flog 1, you're going to get 2 bucks, 2 will get you 6, 3, 12, 420, 530, 638, and then a whopping 44 bucks for 7 different sets, right? There'll be 7 rounds to this game. You'll continue to do this until all the cards have run out of the deck, and then you will calculate the value of all of your collections, and then you'll add any remaining bucks you got to this, not the bucks you got on your pool, but the bucks you didn't spend. And the player with the most bucks will be the winner of Going Gone. So what do we like but Going Gone? So the first thing that we really like about this game is that it's chaos for 10 seconds, or maybe like 15 seconds, or maybe in 5 seconds, depending on how fast you can count, right? It's just pure mayhem. Everyone's going to be throwing these cubes all over the place. Cubes are going to be going up people's noses. You might even find a cube nestled in your gingery pubes the next day, right? They're going to be flying everywhere. It's going to be absolute mayhem. And then the wave of chaos will subside, and you'll be catching your breath trying to calculate who's got what. That's what we like about this game. Some dexterity games are very, very carefully worked out. You think about junk art or stacking games like Via Paletti. It's going to be a very subdued experience. This turns that thing on its head. You'll be shouting, screaming, throwing cubes, trying to push people out of the way even, right? Trying to get your cubes into that cup, and it is a heart-pumping, grandma-thumping riot. So the second thing that we really like about this game is you've got the chance to block other people as well as concentrate on your own sets, right? All the information is open. You're going to see exactly what cards are on offer, and you're going to be able to see exactly what sets people have got in front of them, right? So if you know somebody needs that gramophone that's made by the Chinese Communist Party, then you can throw your cubes in there to stop them from getting that. And eventually, whilst that might cost you bucks to get your cubes into the cup, because you're going to be denying that player points, right? So there's two levels of strategy here. Concentrate on your own set collections, and you can concentrate on being a pain in the arse to the others, right? So the final thing that we really like about Going Goinig Gone is that leftover cubes aren't completely worthless, right? It could have been the case that any cubes you didn't throw into the cups weren't going to be worth anything, but no, they're still worth points at the end of the game. They're not worth as many points as if you converted them into cards. But the fact is that on the final round, if you don't manage to win that Communist Party gramophone, you'll be able to claim those cubes back, and they will at least count for something at the end of the game, right? So you never really feel like you're missing out if you take that last punt and it doesn't work out, yeah? So what don't we like about Going Goinig Gone? So the first thing that we don't like about this is the paddle is a pile of shit, right? It's got this weird handle on the end, and as soon as we started playing this, we've had this game for years and years and years, but in the first game we played, we held the paddle by the handle and it bent, yeah, and it split. Okay, holding the paddle in another position isn't particularly difficult to do, and it's not really that annoying, but the fact that this piece of cardboard's bent, every time I open a box, I just think, why didn't they just sort it out? Why don't they just do something better with this? Whilst it might seem like I've got OCD, then yeah, I have. So the second thing we don't like about this game is that sometimes you can't see over the glasses. Like if we played this the other day, we're going to play at 6 players mainly, so when you're sat at the end of the table and you've got the glasses in the middle of the table, you can't really see what sets are behind the glasses furthest away from you. Now, that's the case for everybody. So I suppose that it is sort of balanced in that sense, but it seems a bit dumb though, doesn't it? That where you'll be throwing cubes into glasses, you need to know what's on offer to throw them in there, right? And it's quite easy in the chaos to forget exactly what you are aiming at because you can't bloody see the cards, you know what I mean? So the final thing, and the thing that pisses me off about this game the most, right, is the fact you've got 7 rounds here. You've got 6 players with 7 rounds, so somebody is always going to be the auctioneer twice, and there's an advantage to that, right, because in the final round, if you were the first player, you're going to be the auctioneer again in a 6-player game, yeah, and that means that you are going to break any ties that you've got with that person. That seems a little bit unfair that somebody is going to be able to be the auctioneer twice, yeah. It would have been better maybe to have the same number of rounds, like maybe in a 6-player game, 6 rounds, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea, you know what I'm talking about, right? But it just seems a bit unfair that somebody's going to get to be the auctioneer twice. So to summarise, is Going Goinig Gone worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we're going to say absolutely yes, we really love this game. We bought this game years ago when it was first released, and it's always going to be in my collection. We always draw it out when we've got big gatherings, and it always causes a blast. It's got a sort of a roller coaster feel, yeah? You've got these 10 seconds of immense high, pumping fun, and then you've got a lull period where you're going to be catching your breath, figuring out what you're going to be doing next year. So it's very up and down. Some people don't really like that sort of thing. They really like games that have got these really short, intense periods of pressure, right? Games like Escape Curse of the Temple or Project Elite, those sort of games, they don't like the fact that they're under pressure for short periods of time. They don't like these high peaks and these low troughs, right? So if you know people like that, they're not going to really enjoy this game. If you do like dexterity games and you like set collection games and you're looking for something that melds the two together, that is going to cause the roof to raise from your house, then Going Goinig Gone is definitely worth seeking out today, right? So there you go. That's Going Goinig Gone. Remember, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the like button and all that bollocks. We'll see you next Tuesday.